brighter future. So let me say no for push. Let me say no
Sierra Leone, push. You my killer, this is for you them. Hope for you, sir.
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, me I can feel them. What are they run me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When they see me brother them na streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guns at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask, they tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the horse, they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Me brother don't want before him friend. Say not a kush. So we they use the old age man youngest. Say not a kush. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Sorry Salone. We say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. We say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you to say, is it all? That's all we say. Say make we drive kush na Salone. But we life them.
That is so right, yeah now. What's if they do? When we bother them, they die. Push them down the hill, now them body just they try. So foot that.
Humble them. On a good evening, on a good morning, on a good afternoon, any side, usai on a happen for fen on self. I hope say on they do well. And I hope say, on a fen on self in high spirit. No matter within they go on, right? Today, na the 30th of December 2023. So we get 2 more sleeps. We get 2 more sleeps anyway for Musaya Day. Some of una for Musaya Day, una go get 1 more sleep. But for me, Usai Day, I get 2 more sleeps. For make by God in power we roll into 2024. I hope say 2024 go meet way with collect well body, and waiting we hope and dream for ourselves and also for our country for the best of all. Hopefully 2024 will be a new leaf. As usual, today at the raspberry tea. Now they accompany the show today. Whatever you are drinking, on your end as you watch the show, make it count. So I want to say boku boku, thank you, and kushare to we Twitter followers them, we YouTube viewers them, we Instagram views them, we Facebook views them, and what have you. Few days ago I took a minute, I go on the YouTube just to look, and it was, the numbers and the engagement was very surprising. So keep it on, keep it up, but I also encourage una as well for call during the show. Right. Before we sit down and talk about what we they do today, I want for make introduce una to 2 people them we not a stranger to una where they join me in this talk here. So today I want to keep it light today, right? As we cross over, right? Not also New Year crossing to the New Year, not for be heavy, it for be light. So I just want to keep it light. Now that make I make the show the way we make and so today. Mr. Jamboy, I tell Fambule I do.
Pambulem, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you day. on Mother Earth.
Okay, and then I go bring in somebody who I also used to. Now when I can say when I they say in they do the economy. And I said the way Martin like I can was we finish. So when I tell Pambul to Mr. Kagbo,
Well, Fambolem una duo, and again, Miss Matilda say for make the slide, so go tell for keep them light. Thank you, and I'm a pleasure really for be part of the show tonight. Thank you.
yes, indeed. So basically today what we want to do, we want to look at 2022, 2023, the year in review, right? So we just want to look at all, not to all waiting we cover in 2023. But some of the things that we touch we in 2023, some of the, so basically we titled the show 2023, the year in review, right? We want for look at, say, okay, what are some of the topics them we cover, we been be of interest to now, and why been be of interest to now? Waiting are some of the who show touch on the most, right? Was there a guest that left an impression on our way, till now that person there somehow, they go back to maybe that interview day or that conversation day, and they revisit them, and why? Um, is there something that you feel we need for change about the show? And as well, that question they extend to also the country that we talk about, to a large degree, Sierra Leone. What can we change? What should we do? What can we for do for help we self for as we self go before? As we continue for talk, as we continue for analyze, as we continue for profile solutions, them they might not always take our solutions, but I can always say if they listen to this show and even take 50% of waiting we can they talk na this show or na this platform, Sierra Leone would have been way advanced. Sierra Leone been for done then a different footing. But I will continuously repeat them and I will continuously hope that, with time, then go see the light. Because the Sierra Leone who they see right now, God rest his soul, blessed memory, JP Cole. I don't think say when JP Cole, I remember when, this government was first elected into office, he made a statement that, this is the dawn. This is our time. This is the time. This is Sierra Leone's time to rise. He was so hopeful. He was beaming with grace, hope, and there is nothing you can say to JP. God rest his soul. He passed away from battling something. Not my place to say everybody that knows him know, because it wasn't a secret. I think say Usai Sidom or Usai did the watch way dom. I don't think this is what he meant. I'm pretty sure that's not what he meant. So me go open the show with one of the shows them where left he left a no, actually, before we go there, let me tease you a little bit. Before we open that show there, let me tease you guys a little bit with something where the last show, Mr. Kagbo in show, the economic and political show talked about, where now the increase to una airport entry, access to the airport pretty much, and exit out of the airport as well. You know, Truth be told, I honestly not be want to talk about this. And the reason why we are not be want to talk about this, not only did Mr. Kagbo talk about this extensively Thursday, but before them broke ground, before them dig that first hole at that place, who side them put that extension, and after then dig that first hole day, I clearly remember I have had about 3 or 4 shows when that topic they no more a cover. That was the only topic I was covering. I covered the boat, the implication of the boat, looking at Sierra Leone's economy, looking at who side we stand right now, looking at future prospects. I cover the way this boat was done, the way it was signed. I even make a special dedicated show where I bring in the person when are the current leader of opposition at parliament, right? Honorable Abdul Kagbo. I bring and come. And I say, how can you guys sit by as parliamentarians and allow this to pass? And at that 10 day, it make the entire public know, say, as a matter of fact, Parliament not be even know but the signing of this thing. That the deal was already signed, dotted and sealed before they brought it to Parliament. For make Parliament can examine how you go don't sign something done, you don't wait in and call and then you bring and come Parliament. And then when they bring and come Parliament, when Parliament say no, you have to go back and undo this and come back, then all listen, instead then go ahead. People like myself were heavily criticized. I remember around that time day, I've been a very, like what I can say, somebody for develop a tough skin. I've been get for develop a very tough skin and say, listen, this is not about sentiment. This is not about how you feel of me as a person, as Matilda. This should just be about what is good for the country. What is good for the people of the country, in and out. And at the onset, when we begin examining, putting the money aside, which was $270 million, which was way too much for an extension. Granted, at the same time, we bring in airports like Kenya, the new airport. We bring in airports like Tanzania. We bring in airports like Senegal, airports that are Senegal, where were being built at the same time. Ultra modern, beautiful, large, massive airports then. Where they take, they dock at least 10 planes them or more together, when at the same price, some of them even below, waiting we go bargain for pay. I talk about all the examples then there. I talk about how this is going to be a generational tragedy. Because first of all, we were not prudent in our negotiations. Second of all, they can't dump something for the future generations them for take on. That shouldn't be their, it shouldn't be their burden to carry. And then we left free willy-nilly openings for make the partners them, the private investors them, get the free open, for change things as at will as they want. Put conditions on the people them at will as they want. But they say patient dog, mind they laugh last. It is sad that it is my country of birth. Now, my country of birth, now they talk about so. But sometimes, if we not go through them thing as so, we not go learn. And we not go make the right choices then. Because you know the funny thing is that all the people that will criticize me then, hey Matilda, you to this. Hey, una no like the good, na in the count for the country, however you want, and we need new airport. I said this is not a new airport, it's an extension. We have an airport. If it is a new airport, show me a design that tells me it is a new airport. But the thing cannot tell me that it's an extension and you want to convince me that it is a new airport. They tell you that they are adding 4 additional wings. How adding 4 additional wings now can turn to new airport? I came under heavy criticism. Granted, not everyone criticized me, and I need for acknowledge the one that will not criticize me, the one that will be in the sea waiting I'm in the sea, where they happen so right now today. But you know what's funny about all is this is that the one that will challenge me and argue with me then, since when the sea airport open, they not one day travel through the new Freetown International Airport. Not because they know they go Salone, they go Salone and they see them. They know one day take them $4,500 or $5,000 because that's what the ticket to and fro is costing. For go be the patriotic citizen that they were accusing me not to be. They know one day do them. Instead, they are finding cheaper alternatives. Then they go through Guinea. Some of them, they go through Liberia. Yes. They find cheaper alternative to go to the very country that they claim that I was being unpatriotic against because I said the government entered into a bad deal that would not benefit them and would, in the long term, not benefit the people. What I didn't even see then was that it would not even be in the long term, because right now we then are the immediate openings. We're not even going at the medium term it, let alone long term. I even talk about the implication and the simple greed about, putting a toll road system and then mandating people to use the toll road system when a common road where everybody they use. Me na ya when me they use toll road. And they use toll road because usai I want get there faster. So I pay. I drive on the road where I don't drive na the road done maybe a month or two. And they get a mail delivered to my house that says you use the toll road at this time for this long, blah, 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 blah. Here is what you are owing. And then I pay. Now, a choice with me they make, not a choice imposed on me. So to the people that so claim to love this beautiful motherland and this beautiful airport, I know they talk about then government employees, them. I know they talk about ministries, agencies, and departments, them. Because they own tickets not to the money they buy them. So then go use them fin for. The moment they left power, where they realize say $5,000, now money where they get for use for feed their family for 4 months, you will see if they will use it. Let us be honest to ourselves. So yes, again, one of the most amusing topic, in my opinion, yes, was the extension of the airport. And I laugh because, sometimes you look at me and you're like, oh, na small pikin, wait till sabi, wait till you know. But my life possible. La sagesse, wisdom does not always come with age. Yeah? Wisdom does not always come with age. So as young as I may be, sometimes when I speak wisdom. Because I'm able to sit I'm able to look, I'm able to analyze, I'm able to put two and two together and say, is this making sense? And if it makes sense, in what way? Before I read one of a prolific journalist, because right now na pissed off land today, and I'm asking myself, why is he in pissed off land? Were you not here when we were crying and shouting and beating the drums that this is nonsense, stop it? Maybe as a prolific journalist, that is when you should have taken pen to paper and do what journalists do. Not to now, where they bet to now left, right, and center, you want come balanta. It has happened, it has happened. That is the country we find ourselves. There are no ramifications for wrongdoing. There are compensations for wrongdoing. I will bring Mr. Jamboya Kainsai. Make it talk about this small. I will bring Mr. Kago Kainsai. We'll talk about the tweets and then we'll continue. And by the way, viewers all over the world, please know that the phone lines are open because when I remember na 2023 year in review, anything we can on our mind, not one thing on the call, but today anything we can on our mind, one I want to talk about. That's what we talk about today. Sorry, Mr. Jamboya, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. You see, all what you don't talk so, we they look only at one side of the story. That is, who signed the contract, how the contract was signed, waiting at the outcome. We have always had it wrong in Sierra Leone. We have had it wrong because we feel say book and sense not the same thing. We need for review and change we approach to looking at our country as a place that is for all of us that we should build.
Yeah.
I'm glad you come with this word about wisdom. Wisdom in the typical African setup, they come through age because what you call wisdom is learning from your mistakes over time. You can fast track wisdom, and therefore age is not important. You may have had reason to research. You may have had reason for get certain experiences where they wake in the mind. Say, is this correct? If it's not, what is correct? That is what we call critical thinking.
Yeah.
You see, what is absent in our society is critical thinking. There was a time when they teach a subject in the sixth form, what they call general paper, where part of which have been critical thinking. I don't care whatever educational qualification you get. If you always want to do things according to the books, you're always going to get it wrong. And that makes you, I don't want to use harsh words, but it makes you an idiot. Okay? There are times you get to look at the circumstantial issues. Look at the time frame. Look at the cost effect. All these things are critical thinking processes where we know they do. And why don't we do it? Because everybody in governance thinks when they're there, it's time for me to get my own slice of the cake. So what do we see? Botch deals were not in favor of the country. The procedure of build, operate, and transfer is good for developing countries. But the application of the procedure is what we have always been getting wrong.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, not only this, the first government will get it wrong. And if we continue with the mentality and perception that when I'm there, I have to get my own slice of the cake, everything will always go wrong.
Yeah.
I dey always tell people then in recent programs where I can take part and say it is the onus of the intellectual class, the elite class, for sit together and say, let us make this place because it
Yes.
belongs to all of us. It doesn't matter whether you are in party A, party B, or party Z. Have an arrangement that will bring into focus the building of trust. We are behaving the way we behave in Sierra Leone because trust is not part of our sociology. Nobody
Yeah.
trusts nobody. And I make, if you listen to Sierra Leonean talk, we they talk at each other or not they talk to each other. Listen to us talk. Read us write on social media. That's what you see. The whole process, we saw it. We spoke about it. You spoke about it, I believe. I listened to them. Then you programs them. Me self on certain quarters, I talk about them. And another thing, where always they talk, that is so-called Runge Bridge project. It not make economic sense because it's not a free gift. Somebody has to pay for it.
Yeah.
And looking at the economic realities in Sierra Leone today, how long are we going to pay for it? These people want their money they put in. So the cost will be astronomically high, such that maybe people will end up not using the bridge.
Yeah.
We are systematically destroying our destiny with this attitude of it is our time, now we get to own part of the cake. Then we accommodate, you want the other Maudidi, but say, oh, no, not take action. No, put politics aside and say, no, look at our country.
Yes.
That airport was a failure from day one. And you get a lot of shady sides, them, oh, not the sea. How come when they go take a Turkish company for an airport where they cost 200 and almost million loans, then with the back say, then we get a loan from IFC of 150 million. How do these two correlate? Who did all the correlation? Who signed those contracts? And why wasn't the parliament informed within all the time where all the processes they be they take place? You see, now one thing I go say, and I go say and clearly,
Yes, sir.
most of the deals that we don't sign within the last 5 years, not to deals them we go through proper due diligence. And in due course, when there is a new government, the new government within the limits of the laws of Sierra Leone can deny say they not they continue with them contracts and they you know think will be the result. The people who gave those monies will go after those who signed the contract. In the business world, there is no sympathy. You take me money, use I not for you, I'll come for you.
Yes, sir.
You will pay me money. So
Yeah.
if them feel saying as Salone then they do, let them begin think twice. This thing is going to tell back on a lot of people in due course. Because they are failed projects as it is now. If even this government continue in power for as long as they want, one of the futuristic result of that airport will be there is going to come a time soon when there will be no aircraft landing there. Because the bills we then get for food is astronomical. People are not a pool, Sarah or charity from business. The airline, the airport, the airline tickets alone don't go up to almost $1,000 because the airlines then they meet extra cost running to Sierra
Yes.
Leone Airport or Freetown Airport.
Yes.
And because we get so much financial involvement for take care of for Rwanda new extension, because it's an extension. If a new runway and other things were built, then we may say, okay, it's a new airport, but you use the same runway, you expand them a bit, you You expand the taxiway a bit, you use one fanciful building, you abandon the old one. It's just a new terminal. It's a new airport. And it don't cost so much that it will make them impossible for making airlines then they land there. Nobody not go run in plane empty for Camp Freetown, where the people of Sierra Leone no say, then get alternative na Gbesia or Robertsville na Monrovia.
Yeah.
These are all things we should have seen. Now I make even I no go wait till you come with the journalist in comment. I made a comment
Yes.
on one forum say, let the man just come out now idiotic talking. The man is I say yes, but he should have investigated before now for see all the outcomes here, and before they make a journalistic statement in that. This is what journalism is about. It's not about writing events and stories alone.
That's
Before able
right.
advice, giving making predictions. But I will stop there for now.
Exactly. Well, anyways, make we take the caller. And like I said, the phone lines they're open. Remember, we are doing 2023 in review. So any topic, anything you want to talk about, anything where mark you, left you topic that we discuss, whatever, and what have you. Okay, so we lost the caller. So caller, try and call back the moment I see you come on. I'll go ahead and take your call. Well, make I go to Mr. Kagbo on this before I post the journalist's statement or comment. I don't think it was a statement. I think it was more like a comment of frustration.
Well, again, I want for we try for analyze them in a way that people can go see them say this now in the interest of the country first. Whether that new airport, old airport, I think say we don't overbeat that dome day. So now let we talk about Usa we day. We the consequences them very glaring, and one of which is that economic impact. But anyways, let not miss this caller. Maybe take this caller, go come back, because let not miss him again, please.
Yes, indeed. Now, today we there for the caller then. Please call people. Caller, waiting at your name and who say you they call from.
Hey, Masiba, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm there also. I want to thank you for the program, and I hope viewers will continue for this. Uh, I just meet up Mr. Jambori with the comment on the airport tax that have been imposed, that's going to be paid by us as we're going to wish to go in and out of tourism. Yeah, I hope the government should have negotiated better deal, but that's how it is. And we will let Salone now we for pay that bill. The cost has to be transferred to us. But I hope even the Western world they not so they develop their country. Because most of the things that we already admire today in the United States, the guru networks we shout about, they are all built, operate, and transfer. If that not happen, if we only depend on the government, where the government, even the budget, we are always in deficit. Different partners, United States, Commonwealth, that they come in for augment with budget. How will we not develop? I hope they should have negotiated a better deal. And I believe say the $105 added to our. And the only thing I don't understand, and I've read the whole thing, I do not know how many years this thing has to be paid for. I don't know if you guys are helping with that, but because I just see
25 years.
how many years.
25
I don't know
years.
how many years the whole thing has to be paid for. I think my brother just sent me to 33 years. 33 years. I hope they maintain. I hope in the deal there's something like maintenance and that airport should be handed over as new as it is. I think that will for the more bothered about. So after 33 years, whatever airport is going to be handed over to Sierra Leone, it will be as new, workable, and new as it is. And again, the question is the size of the airport I'm talking about. If the population of Sierra Leone go down, it will outgrow it will be functional and effective to be used by Sierra Leone population, because Sierra Leone population, according to the two censuses I've witnessed, every 5 years we're adding about 1 million. Is that airport going to be effectively, efficiently used by another 33 years with the growth of population, the type of aircraft they are operating in the world? Those are the questions. I hope Salone will stand for benefit. Let's not reach that 33 years and they have to again, because our airport is no more usable, we have to go into another loan to be another airport. But if they maintain the airport up to that time, I believe that's how it is. That's the only airport we have, and I feel it was needed because million travel. I don't see the airport. Even I don't know, Mr. Jallo. I don't know if he have traveled, but that airport, there is no way it's an extension. It's a new brown one. Even the runway are new. I don't know where he got the information from, but they are new. That's why it's not something we should argue about. Because me don't go land at that place, I don't see. It's where the airport for now is new and it's nice. But is it going to be effective after 33 years? That's the question we should be asking. And how are they going to hand it over to the government if ever happen? Okay, are they going to maintain it? Okay, I rest that because I turn it off.
Okay. So caller, you time done. Again, 3 minutes. The original the caller waiting at the line, please don't go, keep the line, just give me 1 second. I believe the document we may read then was 25 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. I never saw 33 years. The document I read then was 25 years, build and operate and then transfer. Now, when I dey 33 years, I am not surprised, I'm not alarmed by it, because if you look at the inflow, the flow where them in take negotiate and say now this flow yeah, so they already come, and then if we build the airport, this is the increase of flow that we are expecting. That has not been the case, because everybody works for their dollar and everybody is judicious in how they spend their dollar. Just because I love my country doesn't mean I'm going to go buy a $4,500 ticket, and then in addition, it's not a $150 increase. I believe it is $200 and something when you calculate everything. In addition to what I have to pay for me alone. Now, if I'm coming there with my family, let's say a family of 4, does that mean I have to put $1,000 aside just for entry and another $1,000 dollars aside to exit the country? Excuse me? We don't build liquid gold on the floors here or on the streets here. We work very hard for our money. Very, very hard. So yes, you will understand why people are looking for alternative options. Not because they don't want to go to their country, they want to go to their country, but they're not going to go thief for make them be tagged a patriotic citizen because they cross Lunge or Freetown International Airport. I will take the caller. Caller, waiting at your name and also you the call from.
Yeah, good evening, Mrs. Howdybody. I'm calling from Washington. Concerned citizen.
Yes. Concerned citizen, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, and thank you for this panel. Of course, 3 excellent people and who I enjoy very much to listen to. Um, I get more of a question, Naya, and I go look for the three of una, if una no mind, if una go answer this question for me. Um, and Mr. Jallo, I go really like to hear your take also into this, very much so. Now, um, push aside your political stripes. Push aside your political stripe. Which party or which region? I don't care about that. I'd ask a question here, in the sense that imagine, or can the government, a Sierra Leone government, a reliable government, that can tax the diaspora every month at least $25 a month, using that income to help our land in different ways. It could be food sustainability or this airport that they talk about. Because if you look at the diaspora, there's some estimate up to 500,000 of us outside in the West. Imagine $25 each a month. Mr. Jallo, I would like your input of this. Even if it's not a government thing, even if it's a diaspora thing, where we can come up with a plan, a policy like this. I know the enforcement mechanism is there. It's difficult, but only a government can enforce that, because the government have certain ways of enforcing that. Then one question. And the second question that I want to lean to Mr. Jallo and the rest of UNA too is, would it be better also maybe this diaspora, if we can come up with one community where we can come up with our own, one would say a lobbyist group, where we can do different things. For example, we can man elections. You know, we can go out there and doing election times and come up with our own. What can we see? Then in a part of that day, I don't know, Mr. Especially this tax thing, the $25. I don't know what you want to think about that day, because we are seeing precedent of that, and it has worked very well. An example of that, a country, it's Rwanda. Rwanda was able to put it in after the war with a great leadership. And the investment Rwanda was able to do with that in their land was pronounced. So anyway, I'll go let Una see what thing Una will say. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. So if I get the caller right, question to we all now first, could there be a mechanism whereby diasporans are taxed $25 per month towards some national nation building or national development? Or could there be a situation where we have a united diasporan lobbying group, where they advocate for things them back home? So so a powerful lobbying group. Before I, I know they can answer the question. Oh. Excuse me to say that in answering your question, I am going to be posing certain questions, right? For your first question, the $25, Rwanda did that, and Rwanda was successful because Rwanda was disciplined in doing so. The citizens of Rwanda collectively at the time, they were working towards a goal, and they all bought into that goal, and they all worked to see that goal. And they not get a situation where me grandpapa in land, somebody the timapla me aid right now for say not to me land, where nobody no sell and inside me family no ever sell and give. That's not the case in Rwanda, right? Where you not get a situation where people, my money is not being accounted for There is no transparency as to where my money is going. That means $25 a day. You don't get a situation where I am being treated not even like a second class citizen, but I'm being treated as a rival citizen as opposed to those that are back home. That is another situation that we face in Sierra Leone. Okay, so the Sierra Leone situation is so complex because we have used politics to infiltrate every fiber of we existence. And we have also intentionally used tribalism to back this ideology of, the dominance of politics. I know I'm going to, political science theory right now. I honestly don't want to go into that and try to explain, the way how Salone set up and why, even though your idea is a brilliant idea, we do not have the agency, the individual agency, as well as collective will in that country to be able to pull off what you are requesting. Lobbyist group, I sure say there has been many. And I'm aware of many. But the very thing that I've just mentioned, political dominance, political hegemony, mixed laced with tribalism, no they ever give dentia so chance for flourish. Mr. Kagbo, I'll go to you and then I'll pass it to Mr. Jamboya.
Well, that's not a very good question and very good initiative though. But to get boku boku roadblocks for implementing. Now, the people in Aya then say you want for put you more to say your money there. So if you put your money like how it is say so, but then say for talk that you will get any incentive for put more money there. So the answer is definitely no. So the answer is definitely no. So for answer your question, my brother, so the politicians then first forget the willingness for let we go talk to the
Yeah,
policies then they implement if they want to
yeah,
money. So right now, the money they will they send in a form of remittances to we people there, we friends them, we neighbors them and all that. Then look how social media they buzz. And waiting the politicians then they do. They know very well say most times. I know they talk about them people and way you go say they incite violence and stuff like that. Again, not to say I want for sing praise VOS, but we now VOS. Plenty of we areas there where we specialize, we they use that experience there and try for direct the government. Like how Mr. Jamboria talk about critical thinking. So we they think critically and say, okay, when I look into the areas there, like una review certain things they wanna they do. Una go back now they drawing board and things like that. But what thing they happen? Because then get a different agenda other than for push Salongo before, then they turn the people them against we. So now it become home base versus foreign base. So
yeah,
that kind thing the way they happen, so it help them because the home base there now they feel say we not target, we not
yeah,
foreign base, we not target. So no matter what you say, some people then go say, oh now because of we want position, now and get different things now because of another party, some supporter and stuff. So the short answer is now good initiative. But the question to that is the politicians them then go get the willingness for even implement that because they know very well say we go put too much to sell money there. So they go bull that. So again, I don't get much for say other than Rwanda then gets the willingness because in his like incentive they they take somebody in money and you don't get something in return in the sense that it's a
Yeah.
development than an incentive. I see development, not for just give me money, and then at the end of the day, I not see development as Salone, but I hear you say you don't belong us, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So that by itself not an incentive at all. So I will tap there, and then pass them over to you back.
Yeah, so I can call Mr. Jamboya in. I just want to add two words to what Mr. Cargo said, the word incentive. Remember that in the Rwanda case is that not only they may get a collective buy-in, a collective willingness, but as well, what mean they happen is that they mean they encourage the diasporans. The diasporan became an equal partner to that development. So then equal partner to that, then they encourage them diasporans therefore come back home. What was the incentive then? The incentive then, I don't know if that's still the goal. I will contact some of me Rwandan contacts and what people then for find out again. The incentive then was when they come home, they did not struggle to settle. The government made sure that they had a home waiting for them, an ultra modern home. They can say waiting you don't accustom to. So they don't go put them pan blackout to. They don't go put them pan EDSA where then they pay money, then EDSA now they give them the light where them pay for. They go put them pan no running water or waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning or paying for Bowser for can't feed you water system or for you drainage not for be cleared or swept or the garbage not for be disposed of or no. As a matter of fact, Rwanda, if you throw a dot in at street, you will be fine. You will be fine. When gangs them go out for take over the streets, when they shoot one, then shoot two, then shoot three, there was silence. They went back into their quarters and they started doing things to develop their life. Not that I am here, please get me right, I am not promoting violence or the taking away of life. But for bring order to the system, they had to do what they needed.
It's like frozen.
Yeah, they look like so. Well, Mr. Jamboya, then while we wait for Miss Matilda, you can pick them up from there.
Yeah, I think she's frozen somehow.
Yes.
You
So
see,
yeah, you can pick them up.
may get just one simple outlook to this. As a matter of fact, I know say sometime around 2008, 2009, there was an attempt by a group of Sierra Leoneans for get this thing started. The diaspora expatriate something will be they call Deni, where some of will be ready for inputs into. Then I know also say Somaliland in East Africa, then get what they call the Somaliland Investment Forum, where all the Somaliland people, them, not to Somalia or Somaliland, a small country, all the Somaliland people in the diaspora, then they make contributions into that fund, where then they use for develop a lot of projects back home. In we own case, I go categorically say, from a sociological point of view, I'm a social scientist, that it is not possible now. It may be possible a decade or two from now, but before they reach that stage, we'll therefore build certain mental and social institutions and infrastructure in Sierra Leone. The biggest problem in Sierra Leone, where now even they affect everything what they do, is that we are a people of mistrust. We don't trust each other. Part of the reason for corruption in Sierra Leone is because of mistrust.
Yeah.
But I don't sit down at this office, they like Kapumion. If I come on and not get anything, I'll be a fool. It shows you don't trust your society. It shows you don't trust your people. Now, mistrust, our biggest problem. And it's time we begin to tell Sierra Leoneans that the only currency in existence is trust.
Yeah.
Look at Western economies. They operate on the currency of trust. That's why they call cash. They use them because of trust. It's a promissory note. Electronic money. Not trust. You trust the paper. Say something that if you slot them into the ATM. Trust is the only currency in existence. Cash or any other form of money is a medium of exchange that is built on the currency of trust. And until and unless we build trust in our societies, we say, if you picking where you born, if they trust you, trust the picking at the home. Una sit them together and say, but we get 10 points, they go through, they do it. All man give you idea. Una work on that idea, una get the benefits. Nothing is going to change in Sierra Leone. I like
Yeah.
we learn the book, we pass God the knowledge, we know that nothing will change. These are some of the realities we have to begin to face. This is a very fine project if we can have trust. Because I'll tell you for free, if we can trust each other, we say, okay, every Sierra Leonean, whether in the diaspora, where they work, let put aside 20 or 30 or even $50 a month into a fund. And we are sure that fund is not used for affluent purpose. It is used for planned economic initiatives. Sierra Leone would have so much money coming in that we don't even need to go to the international community. But for now, we cannot. We cannot. Let us face the realities. We don't trust each other. It's not about politics. It's about our sociological makeup, with beliefs, with perceptions, with attitudes. Allow that to happen as at now. If we can
Exactly.
work on them as a project, we can begin build institutions of trust. We can learn to forgive each other. We can learn not to use impunity against each other. We can learn to respect each other. It no matter whether the man a bigger man or a head of state. Respect the humanity in the person. That's where you begin to build trust. Until
Yeah.
then, let us keep talking about such projects, but it's not possible. I'm here to
Exactly.
answer that, man.
Yeah, indeed. We get some caller, then I hold the line, don't go anywhere, I'll take your call. But just like I've been they say, in the case of Rwanda, call him a benevolent dictator because I think say slowly that is the term that they are called and then they use for for talk about I don't forget the name now, the
Paul
president there in
Kagame.
yeah, Kagame.
Paul
That's
Kagame.
the yes, Kagame. That is a benevolent dictator. Call him a benevolent dictator or whatever you want to call him. But at least you get tangible proof, tangible evidence for of waiting it don't do for in people them and waiting in collectively and in people them don't do for themselves. The trust that Mr. Jamboya was talking about, the diaspora trusted that when they send their money home, they had tangible evidence of where their money was going on. They had trust that when they were called back home or when they decide to go home to be part of the national development of home, they were provided with homes, that was guaranteed. They were provided with a car, and they were provided with job in their field to help augment. They didn't care that they were Hutu, neither did they care that they were Tutsi. They came home and they were guaranteed these things. And collectively, trust informed that. But can we say that about our country? Can we say that about Sierra Leone? Almost of una minister, they make we they talk clearly. Almost of una minister, we'll just begin with the ministers there now. Where in the last 5 years, one have been sabi, where Ararat or Dondo they not been get. But now they can claim 4-5 homes. On top of lands them, people land them where they not go take. We not to them blood and sweat or not to them generational blood and sweat gets them landed in there. Let us be honest to ourselves. How do we move on when we get such insincerity, such ill faith amongst us? When it's all we care about, it's our time, let us grab. How? You know, they think about the generation of tomorrow. You're just thinking about the now. Let me go to the caller. Caller, waiting, your name and also you call from.
Yeah, before you do that, though, I just want to qualify a message saying you talk about the past 5 years, but not to say it only limited to politicians then within this
No,
administration. Yes, no,
absolutely not.
I want
Absolutely
to qualify that. Let people understand. Let them not misunderstand you, and say
yeah.
you just limit them to this administration. But
No,
clearly,
indeed.
politicians them from Kabine time, because
Indeed.
now the time that's where we start, we
From
more than them.
independence, Mr. Kago, if I can
Indeed.
come in.
As a
Make I
matter
say,
of fact,
I use
eh,
Kaba
yeah,
because now that time they we start with modern democracy. So from
yes.
Kaba in time, most of the politicians them not can get anything. But then after the position or after the our government day, we see how much wealth they don't amass. So I just want to
Indeed.
make that qualification there.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Mr. Kago, for bringing that qualifying sentence in. And indeed, when I talk, yes, I cap am to the last 5 years, but not mean for say misstatement was solely for the last 5 years. My statement, as a matter of fact, when we are talking about the disposition of this current Sierra Leone, make we begin am from, let's say, when the war was officially declared over. Because I guess that's when we have a second take, a second chance at getting it right. Right? Make we say we forgone everything that has happened prior to, which was nefarious, very bad. We set the pace for what has continued up to right now. But make we cap and then make we say after we officially say, okay, we don't chop we self, we don't cut we self, we don't this, we don't that. Now let us come together. Let us rebuild. Have we really come together? Have we really rebuilt? Or do we still keep the looting going in disguise of we are developing? Those are some of the
Very
questions you should
much
be
so.
asking. Make I go to the caller. Caller waiting at your name and also you the call from.
Yes, no, good evening. This is Fode from Leicester. Thank you guys for, this team today. I think, I mean, I just enjoyed the show. Mr. Jamboria talk about diaspora. Not forget, say, we own diaspora because politics don't take over the game. You see diaspora and them, way Mr. Kabo said, they talk about economic policies, something we do on the paper. You see what they can for count, if not see anything, I said, slap up. Not just because now then they are far from each other. The diaspora themselves, then they see bad things, them bad economic policies now because they believe in that political party. You see they don't care, then they dance to that. So don't forget about that diaspora first of all wholesome side. Will not get a central theme, will not get a development plan. Let's talk about this airport, for instance. If na a development plan, this na just okay. Let's agree say the thing cost 270 million. This not something for build in 1 year or 2 years. This na for be a project in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years for they build a new airport. But we not get a development plan. People and they see something way bad. They read the contract too. They see them say now so the thing here for them. But because of the government, no, they own side, they don't want to save money for let them invest them in the people. All which they do is now for just themselves. They become desperate for any kind of thing where you call say na investment, quote unquote investment. They don't want to know if that investment is going to take them to hell or not. So the diaspora, because if they actually love their party, even to seriously. Now then they tell them, say, brother or sister, sister, this thing we want to try for do so, it's not good for the country. It's not good for the people. But no, can't build am no more. Can't build the airport in 1 year. Charge any charge we want charge. Now so now like then they hold people into ransom. Okay, me don't go Salone. I don't go enjoy. I don't get money. I get my family now five. Like me on Osu now five. We go salon. One can airport. Then tax we say, oh my, on account $2,000. We not get them. That means we not go no side. Then the whole way. You see. So now the kind of thing is where we all get for suffer because people they see kind of give like them, they see desperately they see with their own eyes that this man at this administration economically they're incompetent for run the country. They see him, not to see when they not see. Look, at some point in Salone time, we don't go 13 to 14 from development index. That means before 2007, we did the same position, second to last. Now Nigeria been the BNW. We don't go to the 13th or 14th position, we climb the ladder. Now the depreciation of the Leon, we don't happen so. We don't go more than 3 times down. Now you don't put we behind this. Not to say revenue reduce. So if they call the revenue they still they go up. Because now they talk about 9 trillion, any NRA they collect. We'll be there around 7.5. The thing they expand. But now because the dollar don't increase, the Leon don't lose value so much that then see how president they go sit down on your own, he decide for say let them cancel the mining contract them. He not look at the consequences and nobody know the way they advise them. Everybody just think about his job. You see? Anyway, my time done. I did fire for now. And maybe I'll call back later.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, caller. We will go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and so you call phone.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost the last two callers. Them, I think that we don't
Okay,
wait for too long. But we're going to encourage them and call back.
you can call
Please.
back indeed. And again, for top up the caller in question, the question where they ask, where they talk about the diaspora. I go want to ask which of the diaspora
Oh,
are you referring to?
yeah, sorry,
Because
the caller don't pop up back. Sorry for the interruption. I
okay,
think the
yes, that's fine.
the program now for them.
Now for the callers, indeed, yes. Caller, waiting on your name and who say you call from. Hello, caller.
All right, well then let me move on.
Yeah. The question I go on for make the caller ponder about, I think that was one of the first few callers we talk about, the $25 tax. Which of the diaspora are you talking about? Because we all live in different parts of the diaspora. Some are declared diasporan, some are not. So which one they get for take this burden on when they talk about this $25. Not to every diaspora where they are diaspora documented. And not to every diaspora where the diaspora come through, the proper means. So we also have to look into all of that. All of that complicates things. But anyways, as we move along with the show, I go on for read this particular journalist in comments and then talk about some other shows, topics them where be mark the year. So basically, this comments come up from obviously Umaru Fofana, and this Umaru Fofana say the more I look at the new and increased charges for those traveling through Sierra Leone's airports, the more I feel outraged. How did the cabinet and parliament pass that agreement with the Sumo group without resisting those provisions contained therein? Or did they even read the agreement? I can tell now for say Salome no they read, he can just say where's the dotted line? Let me sign. They asked the question, he said, or did they even read the agreement? He said, it seems we have leaders who are either callous, perilous, or clueless. I'm not going to take the time for breakdown waiting in 3 words than they mean. Basically, they ask if we get leaders them where either Dandogo, Dukunu, or Dukunu Dandogo. That's basically what he's saying. He's like, or a combination of all three. It's a Guinea stands to benefit a lot from this because with the new taxes, a passenger from the US, for example, will save up to $1,000 even with the additional cost of traveling by road or sea from Conakry. It's time to buy shares at Sea Coach, Water Taxi, or invest in a coach service from Freetown to Conakry Airport. Agony for the people, Mr. Kagba. Me not tell you say this like business idea. More think about time. When I not can they listen to you, I can talk. I can don't see them thing here so long ahead. And I cannot predict. I mean, don't tell you. I say, Mr. Cargo, let's come together and let's do something about transportation to the mainland. So basically, now this Umar Ufofana, Iminga for say about obviously venting his frustration. And given here in statements are almost 100% one say with all certainty that in self not being read the agreement, like are we being read the agreement right at the beginning and really come through and say, hey, put a break on this thing. I think it is only now sitting in for some people then. But hey, you're already in the ocean, right? Decide what you want to do. Swim back ashore or continue to your destination or drown. Now you three options in that day. You either continue swimming to your destination or you swim back to shore or you drown. Because floating is not an option. You cannot keep floating forever. Okay. So as we dey wait for we callers them and make them the rub mouth on the show. One thing where I think one show we been left a mark for me. Okay, we have a caller. Caller, make we go ahead. Caller, waiting your name and also you the call from.
Hello?
Hello, yes, caller, please go ahead. Waiting your name and also you the call from.
Good evening again. I'm calling from the United States. Concerned citizen. I was the one that came up with the initial topic about the $25, and I know you have questions, and of course we don't have time for this, but I can defend this position. And Multida, I see you are somewhat have some serious questions based on trust issues. I understand that aspect of it, but I truly believe that majority of Sierra Leoneans, if you engage them into this, because we all want what's good for our land, if you take out the politics out of this, don't look at this from a political standpoint. Don't look at it from a red or a green standpoint. Look at it from a green, white, and blue standpoint, because that diaspora, if you are able to engage them where this is just plainly investment, and who's going to be in charge of this? We can be part of in charge of this. We can have our own boards that we elect. That we have people like Mr. Pablo there, that is an economist. They can, and people like this can overlook majority of this board that we can select to overlook this, and with this investment in our land. We've seen this has done before, and it has done to people before where they came from the same position like where we came from war or different things like that. So I do not buy into this idea or believe in this idea or the premise of this that we're so divided that this will never work. No, I disagree with that. I believe Sierra Leone, if you got bold vision and bring them to the people, with a clear objective and plan, you go see most Sierra Leoneans will buy into it. And supposedly, we in the diaspora are the most educated. Yes, there's this politics aspect of it. I want to take that away from this. Let's just look at this as a total investment in our land. If say for example, if it's 500,000, I know your question say some of us don't have documents, some of us will not be able to afford it. Yeah, you can mean test it in different kind of ways. The people that wouldn't know you will pull $25. Other people that wouldn't you will pull $100 will pull $100, which will cover for that. As Mr. Jallo clearly stated, it's been tried before, but never went anywhere. Maybe it's something that we should rethink again. I'm always there in different places in the diaspora. It's just a food of thought. I think Sierra Leoneans were much more on the sideline complaining instead of bringing in solutions. I think, it's a weird solution. A lot of people disagree with me, but I think it's a controversial solution. But I think we need bold solutions, because if we can get 500,000 of us $25 dollars a month, that is over $12.5 million a month, 12.5 million times a year. What would they get from IMF? The conditions, the power we will get in the diaspora, in our government and the country will be much more. The impact that we will have will be much more. Our people look to the United States and Europe today. If we organize ourselves here, we will have much more power than the ambassador in Freetown. I thank you.
Miss Matilda, if you don't mind, for like we call her, just hold on for a moment.
Sure.
Yes. Again, a very good initiative, but that's the way people in the mistake. I don't know, severally people in they say if diasporans then go just forget about politics and then go invest. Now, not a reality that they may fumble them. A wrong interpretation of things. The way una they see politics, una they trivialize them. The politicians them, now they're responsible for policy. Where that policy they now in they encourage people them for go. So you take the money, okay. Again, thank you for where you get some trust in me. But I can't go to Salone. I go open whatever it is. And then, let's say, for letting money not well, we put them into government, bond or buy government treasuries. That government treasury, not to like here, where you go say, then go able for the GIWI, waiting and call coupon, like every 6 months, GIWI interest for that money there, so the principal not go away. So that interest there we go before put them somewhere and stuff. I will give you an example. Very recently, Ethiopia, they're not able to pay the people that will do that. So Africa, that risk the day. So if the policy not make them in a way that then go check government spending and all that thing and they were in place. My brother, that money there, it will be like a boss drum. How they put on na so the water they come out. So the politicians, the need for them on board. You not be able to isolate any meaningful initiative in that country there without the politicians being on board. One other way, let's just do them quickly. Another way, minus people and put that, where they can able for attract, not to just where they make foreign investors and stuff, they can even attract diasporans them, where 10 people and can able take huge loan from bank and go put huge projects in that country there. But you know what thing they happen right now? They not even want for no say diasporans then they invest that kind of investment there. Because they feel say if diaspora popular, then go take them position. then go run for president and all that. So then canteen and day, my brother, now yourself, America, Canada, then get several initiatives them where they then give priority to citizens them. But we don't do that for the diasporas. So, my brother, think twice. We go let you go now. But then people the way they say, let we forget about politics. Let we go invest. Now, wrong assessments that one day. Because that policy.
Mr.
Yes.
Cabo,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cabo, if I could interject quickly,
Yes.
I disagree with that in a sense that with that kind of money there, you get power to move government.
so
We've seen that. We've seen it all over the world.
okay.
You can
Anyway,
change policies.
the callers they don't plenty. The calls they don't plenty.
Yeah.
But I'll let you go. But come back
Sure.
where you get additional comment. But that's what you say. With that money there, we get the power for move government. So that's not the big thing. And they know that. So because they know that, then go put that barrier for letting it happen. And when they put the barrier for letting it happen, it don't stifle the entire initiative. So you see the cycle, the sequence. Anyway.
Mr. Kako, before the caller go, I just want to make one short comment.
Okay.
I tell and say,
Matilda.
we can do that.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Very short comments. I tell and say, we can do that. I say, but now it's not possible. We get for change waiting there now. We heads them. We beliefs about who that we be. We perception about we relationship with other people. We attitudes towards each other. We get for build trust. One thing we will get for begin say and say clearly. Politics is as it is in Sierra Leone because those in politics want to be in complete control. They have to be the dictators. It no matter if you count $1 billion, $10 billion, if you dance to the tune. And I'm not ready to dance to anybody's tune if I have the money. It's the economics that run the world, not the politicians. This country where they Norway, anybody when a citizen, any side you go work in the world, you they pay tax.
Yeah.
It's automatic. And this is a country where if you tell the people to reduce paying taxes, they get annoyed. They don't elect you because they know they get the worth of their money. Every 3 years, then they repair all the roads in the country. If you're not a citizen, you get health insurance, where you travel any part in the world, anything happen to you, produce your card, they will treat you, the government of Norway pays. But in Sierra Leone, we take their money, they go put on there now, the politicians' empower, they diminish. When they offend their ego,
Yeah.
begin face reality. Now begin face it's possible to do it, but we don't have the mental and psychological capacity and institutions to implement such projects now. Now, this force we for build. We are as we think and we become as we think. If you they think negative all the time, you they turn negative. If you think positive, all things they find for you because our thoughts represent the power of God in us.
Yeah. Mr. Jamboya, thank you very much for that. I see the caller and I see you side it's right for go, but like I can say, if only, and callers, please hang on the line, I go cancel now. If only you know the only half. How many Sierra Leoneans them and non-Sierra Leoneans them we are know of. We genuinely don't carry them money them. Don't bring together a collectives of them friends that we get money for go invest in that country day. And then when they go, brown envelope business, tire them, and then return back with the ideas. Or then divert the ideas, go Ghana. Sabi
I know
boku.
somebody when I Sierra Leonean will get big investments in Ghana now. I know who calling him.
No, Asabi boku. It is not because we do not have the ideas and solutions and we don't want for investment solutions then our country. Me where they talk to you so. I have been in conversations with a lot of people. A lot of people and they contact me. Matilda, we want to go invest in a salon. Matilda, we get this. Look at the project. Sound projects. No hole. You can't poke hole on their projects. Sound investments. Then get the funding. Then get the money. If you don't want it, funding is not a problem. Money is not a problem. But what they will not buy into is brown envelope. They will not do it. That is the one thing that is against their code of ethics, their ethos. They will not bribe to have access. They want to run sound businesses, clean businesses. And so then go na Salone, then push. And then Salone will frustrate them. When I say Salone, I know they talk body. The people within the institutions will end up frustrating them. I know of many who've gone to the Gambia who've opened the same businesses because Salone frustrates them. I know of many who've gone to Ghana who've opened the same businesses and even bigger because Salone frustrates them. I know of many we don't go na how they call it, Nigeria. We don't open the same business because Salone frustrates them. I know of many we don't go Togo. Make I not begin call. See, when we sit down, I am not to all things we talk about, but we know a lot of things. So your idea is not a new idea. There are those who have attempted it before, but they will not be co-opted, and they will not, their values and their morals will never lead them to buy into co-option. And because nadande we sit on pan, and nadande we the reward, and nadande we believe say that is the road to greener pastures, and people are saying no, it can be done differently, and I know other places where it can be done differently. They pack their bags and they go, and they make it happen.
Exactly.
Me when sit on where they run the show, I am at the verge of that. I am this close. I am this close of saying, you know what? Land of my birth, land of my parents and my grandparents, but I don't have to suffer this rubbish. I can make it happen somewhere else. Me we sit down, I talk to Naso. I am this close. And one day, inside 2024, I will tell you that story there. And some of you will be shocked. That Matilda, you can sit down and you talk, why have you not spoken about this? Sierra Leone can frustrate you. It can suck life out of you. It can deplete everything, drain everything inside of you. It can make you you forgo the belief in even the ones that you know are trying. Sierra Leone can turn you into a shadow of yourself that you do not recognize. Trust me.
Some of us have
Trust
been
me.
there, Matilda.
I have
I
been
have
through it.
been
I've
there.
been going through it for the past 13 years. For the past 13 years, I've been going through it. Na Salone. For something where you go up, you can down, you look at left, right, center. There is no way you can question it. But Sierra Leone, the institution, the people, they have brought me to this point. I'm
And
beginning to say, to hell with it.
and I'm glad that
To
last
hell
part.
with it.
I'm glad that last part, Miss Matilda, where you say where you include the people, because people then will say, "Oh, politicians," but not to just them no more. Now the entire system, and I'm glad the way Mr. Jamboree herself talk about the mentality. The entire system, but again, it comes from the policy. If the politicians, the entire for advocates say, them people here where they come for invest, the diasporas them, now your brothers and sisters them, then try for promote that. So where people and they deal with they not deal with we like foreigners, where they feel say they go eat with money. Even your brother or sister blood, When you don't come abroad, you send money for something. Then go even they turn they say, oh, you not gonna come for tea. It goes soon. When you go, yeah, when you don't left, then the next thing, everything they stand still. Like you know. So again, this not a systemic something. But let me not hold up the line for too
Yeah,
long,
make I know why for
because this
hold up the
will make
line. I want
yes,
give the
will make
caller
an
them their
entire.
due time. Please go ahead, caller. Waiting at your name and who you the call from.
WhatsApp, you can go ahead, please.
Hello, viewers. Sister Omaru de call.
Yes, Uma, what's
Um,
up? Where you go on?
anyway, I'm glad in the topic. Some people can just don't know what they talk free. Whether they talk about diaspora. One thing, let I make clear. When you dey under as a diaspora, let me say for instance first, when you get a $4,000 na year, you buy something from China for let them carry and go for in a salon. It cost you almost twice if you buy for let them count for for instance na Switzerland. Yeah. The last time I want some mold them where I want to do something. When I ask for carry and go na salon, it's $850. For Cowton and Switzerland, it's only $400. Just imagine the difference. That now one. What in they cause all this? Because the government concentrate on the revenue collection on the rock side. We not say what Akine they give revenue. But let government open to Sierra Leoneans where one go invest. At least let we get some cut down on we tax the who they pay. Let you see now if Sierra Leoneans go invest. That's now one thing first then they do. But you know go expect somebody now don't put all thing there. For instance, you don't put things there say in container, a center, they go pay the money they go pay na wataki. You know if you spend that money there for buy things then we sabi country there. We no want let alone you won't be free, but we sabi country there. Now them South America. When you go to use property, you know they pay tax. We not say let's alone be free, but let them make a more consistent for the people away where they go things. At least let business they flow. Because if money the business they flow, money they go na that poor man in pocket, now help to the government. But government just concentrate on this water key that they call billions. Could you imagine if there is water key for Sierra Leoneans? Business they flow na Sierra Leoneans. How many people go get money in their pocket? How many people go afford rice? That amount of what transportation. My brother, if you go, if they're for state, if you not take that na Indocini go drink for kill yourself. Me, I do transportation 11 years. I know what you say about transportation. When you don't license your motorcar, for instance, or you don't pay insurance, mistakenly that motorcar go jam, somebody go jam in a street bar, but you go to panel beater. Now, Sierra Leone, you go license motorcar, then they force you for let you pay insurance. Where you bang your motorcar, where you go, you need to meet nobody in insurance office. If not lie, I challenge any Sierra Leonean, let come up to me, let tell me say don't insurance don't cover a salon for once. Let it come, let tell me say I drive in motorcar and jam insurance cover. So if you go do business, now then they were doing give me time or I wait long na the line, do at least. So now then they we go for the watch. What in the system way they why how go make them suitable for Sierra Leoneans? How go at least attract Sierra Leoneans for let them can invest? The government talked the last time, say the past government say we don't create office for Sierra Leone investors. Man, we don't need for come together. If I no say I will buy power show now, I do work on at least maybe sometimes I make 4,000-5,000 a month. If I will buy power show now, I know say if I give somebody go na bush, believe me that they cut for me wood. I dey gladly. But if you buy power show for instance, you give somebody to go cut for you wood. Believe me, the whole month go round, something na two body they get. You open business on your own, you forget saying somebody buy machine gear. You give somebody business, say do for me this, it will up you. You go to government office say, I want let me continue. I can believe me if you want let you continue. I can. There are people they are building houses in Kotaki. Forget say then people and the way the cow them continue for let we benefit. Then they Wataki they collect high rate from people. They connect with government, they collect high rate for people, then they enrich themselves in Wataki. So but when people on talk about Sierra Leonean business, then they tell we say, una can't invest. Go invest. Let them encourage people for go invest. Let them make it more easy for we. Not if we can come together, but if I want to invest, Believe me, any hour jobless, still at least I go to save a $10,000 for a year. I go invest. But if you don't go $10,000, if you not take 10 hours, the left arm. So tell me, how you to go invest?
Unfortunately, brother,
No.
I think we don't extend your time too long.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, at least I deserve them. You know, so I wait for long. Okay, I go call back.
Okay. All right, we'll go to the next caller. Caller, waiting are you there? And this you call from.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, Mr. Kagbo, Madam Cole, and Mr. Jamboria. Me, na Ahmed, I call from UK.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you for the program. We learn a lot, and we really appreciate, the contribution we give every week. I can sense the frustration of Madam Cole about the country, but you see, again, we know if we now we get the know-how, the expertise, we get the connection. If we want to shy away from all of this frustration, and we left the vulnerable one day, then we will sit down for the next 100 years. Even we grand people, they no way will make anything. So here the fact is now, yeah, we get for hold government responsible because all of what we talk so now leadership. When Mr. Jamura will talk about Norway, even their taxes, and same way we say in our UK now, yeah. It's because you tax when they cut from you, it gets dividend when they yield to you. If you get picking, your school, they pay school fees. When you get something, they scan you, this and everything about medical is free for you. So because you are paying tax. Yesterday I bumped myself into a bike, somebody they drive a bicycle, right, cycle, bump, I can't, they scan you, I can't, scan this, check you, all you think I can solve you. It's free. They actually say finance. You tax when they work, they pay. You boss it alone. Like what's in my woman they talk. You register a car for insurance is nothing, they do. But what it costs that on our policies they will not put down and our leadership. The leadership corrupt. Because all of the tax when they give people they show at the airport for what? You they pay road tax. What the roads they where they pay tax and they collect, pass people and make man now labor again. The people really see unfortunately nothing. And these are guys we don't live now abroad. We don't see the system. Unfortunately. These are the frustration what people then get. But it takes leadership. It takes a leader. We get charisma. We get the know-how for streamline things them where they work for the nation. So don't a small nation. We get everything, virtually everything, if we want to develop. But believe you me, we need the right people. We need the right people. But sometimes when you talk, people they clash you say, oh, you don't like this government. No. If the government they do well, we get somebody who really where they filter don't think that is. But look at this today, what happened. People they preach tribalism because the leader itself, they don't preach tribalism. If they go somewhere, they talk word, the wife they talk this. Imagine for the common man, if the shall not can't talk something, won't you go surprised? These are the kind of people the way we get. But unless and until we tell out these people, we all get responsibility, Madam Cole. We should not be frustrated about the country. If we do so, you can't share away from Musa Yibon, then waiting anything. We should not share away. We just get for hold this leader as responsible. It takes time. We know people get for find bad name, so people will come then cost. But as long as you know you're doing the right thing, you say it out of with your mind set because you want good, not for we again. No. Some of us are doing now. You get document, not get anything. They will say Europe. Believe me, you go feed yourself. You work, you get money. The money where you work now, it pass even parliamentarians. So what you need again? And we look at the sponsorship, the help what they do. Like very specific guys on top. The same money now we talk Uburas and the facilitator. But all that one day, this corrupt system, all from the lower, the grassroots, now the police them. Because the policeman they collect bribe. It is thief. The government they thief. Parliamentarian they ask for wardrobe. They see the people in the thief, they broad daylight. So the teacher they thief, they sell paper, they sell caution to teachers them. So
Hey, sorry, caller. 3 minutes. We give you extra 10, but after because we need for get other people then at the line we don't they wait. I will go to the next caller. Caller waiting at your name and say the call from.
Hello, my
Yes,
name is
please
Ezekiel from Washington.
please go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I want to really appreciate Tuna throughout the year on and on the bring program to we all it contribute to things and way they happen at Sierra Leone. I know see most times when they talk, maybe some people in the field say they make any impact, but I believe say one or two, three things and they way they touch them, way they reach people them. And so I want for encouraging her for continue. I know say difficult. We not talk and force on that they do them, but we just they add to the encouragement. Um, Earlier on, one of our panelists we say are not ready for go with anything they because we are go with me investment. They're not ready. They're not ready for listen to me, and I don't want for listen to them or obey them. I want for let we make them clear. You know, the policy not been the really talk say you know want follow the law. In other words, even the talk say want really follow instruction where they come out from politicians opposite the law of the country because we all are law abiding people. So I want for make that the clarification there. We all want for obey the law, but when one person want take the law in your hand and begin for control things, not that we all they against. And definitely the things that way they happen in our country, like one caller be make and clear on self be add to that. We know say the one the way then they in power then they contribute immensely, but man, we people them. One way or the other, anybody way they in the diaspora way they try for do something at Sierra Leone, it don't get them impasse and they with people them. You know, you they send something for this and then it they turn into something else. They get them the way how you supposed to get them. Even when you send the money, sometimes beyond that, because you they put boy up and for let that person they do good job for you. They get them the right way. And you go as you wanna be mentioned. Then no say you there on a timeline even the law enforcement, even the one the way they're supposed to protect you, they all they for the same thing. That person go drop money in their hand. In this case, now you money, now that person they use, it go drop in their hand, then go turn you tell you time pass. Maybe you go postpone tickets and other losses, then push them back, Tell you frustration, one left day. Or sometimes other person they come, the same group. They can't tell you say, bra, if you like your life now for come on at this country, wait till then don't plan for pass the other way. If it stay now, you will get problem. So these now issues where is so embedded into the life of people and we family members, we now Sierra Leoneans them. But again, this always they come back to the government because if we get a system in place where the whole people are accountable, all this thing they stop. Like what they say about Rwanda, you mistake do that and you will cause that problem. Wait the one the way then they na power, they know say you na impediment to develop. And then they try for make sure say everybody in the country move forward. Then they make sure say you pay the consequences. Anyway, a day cool for talk. But I thank you so much for una give me the opportunity and thank you for the good job una they do. God bless we all.
Thank you, caller. I'll go to the next caller. Caller waiting at your name and say the call from.
Hello, viewers. It's not Omaru again.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, I'm glad you all the end the year with a positive discussion. So now that's my kuna viewers now sabi. Like I talk something. Like just what I've been talk. The government for willing for encourage Sierra Leoneans, not political tool, not political way, or not that the because then Kingewa where you can say now wouldn't Sierra Leone what happen against some people then they do civil service, then they pretend like saying civil society people and then they not defense. Where this government can then turn Batman for the government, where they go now off power, then turn civil society. Not to that one would they talk. One government with sincerity. Like encourage Sierra Leoneans. Say unaka invest. Go with sincerity. When I say sincerity, not only for call people, but give that man guarantee. Give that man something where it all on say, yes, if I go put me money under, At least even if I don't make profit, my money safe. Give that man that guarantee. Let that man know say if I get two West Salonians we able waiting now. If now China then go, they able load ship of rice. If they come together 2-3, let them grab. Give Salonians a chance. If I want go China, I go load rest na bag and na ship a counter. Let one businessman no go na corner go say na me no more get right to go rest na Salone. Give that man right. If at least if I go do transportation business, let I get insurance, not all them 419 insurance, but let I get insurance where they cover my business. If anything happen, I get what I hold on to. Now we Sabina ya. Yeah, you grab, you go take motor car, new brown one. But with the driver, you know, see this. If anything happen, I'm insured. At least I get something to hold on. Let we get that safety. Let you see Sierra Leoneans. Look, left all this politics talk. The honest thing on yes, we they talk about them, but that I can take and say a secondary issue. Let the government make a more stable for Sierra Leoneans back. Where you can't call Sierra Leoneans for go support political issues. No, can't call Sierra Leoneans. Give them time. Tell them say if you can't together on a 5, una load container una go. At least would they give una tax cut na wataki. Would they make una business? Would they give una tax cut? Would they make sure say security then una money? Let's see if Sierra Leoneans then they go invest. But who would they talk to me? I know me. I don't pull money now. I give somebody say let do for me something. They use the money go cry berry. So you see, the later they tell me say, I don't go cry berry. Money will pull gear and say go do for me something. But that's a secondary issue. Don't forget about that. Now we talk about the safety side. Because investment, everything you get for do with safety. How would we money they save? Because not if come together. You know, go expecting slow come together with 6, 7. You don't make now, you get for pay tax now, you get for do this, you get for feed the family home, you get all that money 2, 3 years, you take I give somebody, then somebody goes to as you see it my turn boss. When they eat money, no sign of they go cry. Now that first we for look at. Let the government say, okay, now first thing, una security our priority. Would they give una tax cut? Let we see by if Sierra Leoneans then they go invest. But anyway, I'm glad for the topic actually. Now nice topic and I wish everybody, you cannot go for colleague, I wish everybody, both viewers and the listeners, and say Happy New Year. I hope say we go start time again with positive discussions. And this, I really glad for this type of discussion. You know, I'm glad in, and I hope for see the same thing in 2024, you know. Thank you very much, viewers.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Umar. We go to the next caller. Caller, waiting your name and also you call from. How many more calls do we have on the line?
Well, let we hold off on the calls then for now. Or you want to take one more for
No, I
now?
want to know how many more calls we have on the line.
We get about 3.
Okay, the last 3 calls for 2023. The last 3 calls for 2023. Caller, waiting on your name and also you call for 2023. The last 3 calls for 2023.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Hello.
Lower you set because you set
Okay.
wherever you listen from lower down because
Mina Fode, I dey call from UK. Una they get me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Mina Fode from UK. I dey first of all tell una thank you for the good programs that don't they bring to we over the years. And this topic is very relevant in the sense that we all don't experience difficulty for invest in our country. But the whole thing in Salone, the corruption starts from the family, from the local people, the community, come to the government, and the policies they wouldn't make. You see, Ghana, they give support to their citizens, then diaspora, for go invest in the country. Then they change the dynamic, the trajectory in Ghana. Guinea, they do similar. But Sierra Leone, the ministers, them, government officers, them, when people then go for going invest, they want their own percentage. And now the officers then in authority, now then they stand against the diaspora's investment, because one is that when you go with your own agenda, then go all out for block you, not for give you way, not for give you chance for let you do the investment way you want for do. And thirdly, again, when you invest your money, dishonesty there, because where you go, the time where you go spend for running you errands, then you not get sufficient time. So they use that opportunity there for frustrate you. Very difficult for like get a breakthrough. And until the government change their attitude, then policies ready for work with we, nobody know they develop Sierra Leone without we don't come out, you know. But we government them past and present, them prefer for encourage foreigners them. The banking system no helpful that not the country. Look at the percentage of the interest rate. You know, the barriers that wouldn't they create. Then they all know they encourage investment. Now the country, you see. Now most of the things and then the way not they help Sierra Leone, not they go before. You know they go before 20 years after the war. 30 they will not go no side. Will not go no side, no development not take place. When again we go able change we attitude. Now that no more me they contribute on this debate.
Thank you very much, caller. I'll go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and so you call from.
Well, unfortunately, we lost the last two calls that we did at the queue.
I'll go to the next caller. Caller.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it has been eventful tonight. It has been colorful. I knew it was going to be eventful. I knew it was going to be colorful. So for me, in wrapping up the show, I just want I not be intentionally be one for go back to the shows them way I do about obviously this revenue, which have been done for C and what have you, but given the current situation at the ground, it was, definitely befitting for make us start as one, open the show with me remark as, looking back in 2023. I think so for me, for tie everything in, I think one of the shows them we really tie all of the shows them together was a show where I've been titled The Difficult Road to 2024. If you not remember that show day, The Difficult Road to 2024. I think say from that show day, we've been get for go into we explore the the cocaine deal, the appearance of a container, we been get cocaine and then the cocaine turned to chicken. We look into is Sierra Leone a destination for scammers? From that question there, we also look into Yenga. We ask the question, was Yenga truly resolved? Because we see what thing happen following that. We even been get for look into the NGC. We explore, was the NGC as a crossroad, the alliance, is it really a progressive alliance? I believe that question has been answered at this point. We look into the proportional representation and what that meant. We ask the question of, would the APC make a comeback in 2024? So from that single question of a show where we do last year, where I asked the question, the difficult road to 2024. I don't know if I have a mirror sometimes, the magic ball, because we are entering 2024 and it has been a very difficult road, even as we enter 2024. The road is bumpy, the road difficult, the turbulence day. Before I give my final comment, in closing, obviously, the Salone issue show for 2023, I want to ask a question. How do I participate in a country when I am seen as an adversary? How do I participate? I go left and day, and as I give me closing, I go pick up that question there and finish off. But I want to go to Mr. Cargo. Mr. Cargo, 3 questions for you as you round up. 2023, what was it like for you? What has the Salone issue show been like for you? Was there a particular topic that marked you the most? What can we do different moving forward?
Well, thank you very much for the you allow me for take part in this program, and I'll be kind of nervous. Say, oh, this is it's so broad that you go hard for less somebody member. They shows them and all that. But again, that we brother we bring up this diaspora investment and stuff. Now, great topic than the way to me, it go nice for like Salone should revisit that topic there and let people able to understand. So maybe the politicians do not even understand the implication of what did they do, whether they turn home base them against diasporas. So maybe they don't even know the magnitude. Then just maybe limit to their own politics, saying a way that for like them global protect their positions them and stuff like that. But it go way beyond that. Because again, thank you so much for that. So the topic where to me I go remember, and it's just unfortunate that the election happened the way it happened. So well, not just the election, but the results, the tallying result, it make look from June till now we dey talk about the election. Eastern Liberia then get the election November. Then they think now about handing over. Hardly hear people and talk about the election of Liberia because they run them in a way that it hard for like you question that because as they count, they post them on the website, and till now you go na the website, then pick the numbers, and they did it. But Salone now, the all numbers themselves where we give breakdown, they know they did again. And just imagine, from June where they say that websites they under maintenance, till now where you go na the result section, it they under maintenance. So how a website go there under maintenance for months? So not deliberate thing. But again, come to the topic we really enjoy that. Well, now segment them where we look into the manifestos. Necessarily mean say now because I be part of that, but we give people them clear indication. Say, I remember we say that. Say, it no matter who that they elect, the way how Salone be done day. 2024 go come with more hardship because November we talk about the IMF review, and we talk about saying that review go translate into for like them give we additional help. It go translate into more taxes. if governments not reduce their spending. But seem to me like the government intend for reduce significantly their spending. So instead, they take the other route where painful for the people. And Umar Fofana, one last line of that in write up where read. It say agony of a people. That in a big word. So now they may go tap with that word they say agony of a people. So unfortunately, 2024 again, I can let for be realistic instead of just people and say, oh, you need to be optimistic and stuff. But the reality is, given all waiting they happen now, 2024, we people and go face more agony unless the government willing for change cause. But to me, appear like the government willing for change cause, because rather I listen to the government in speech, the president in speech, and as usual, no more. They say something we don't even do. Say it don't kind of minimize the impact and all that of, and again, same thing. They blame international, the Ukraine, Russia and stuff. But if face the reality and say, you know what? You don't need for openly blame yourself, but say, okay, well, we go revisit some of the policies then and just give like maybe 2-3 major thing that we go do where people and go be hopeful, and even there investors here where you dey try for encourage, so then self able see that, and with honesty you say that, then we will do that. And lastly though, because I know say this will be my last me wrap up now, and I'll go come again, and lastly I want to appeal to the government, not let it. That idea where did they say, oh, foreign investors, where I be show people the audit report. When you look not only the major grant we get, not only from the World Bank, according to the audit report. So the question is, with all the way they say foreign investors and they go spend money, bring cameras, who's I? They not show anything. So meaning that for be a wake up call, change the kind of pattern. Call meeting, go now then place them like Usai Salone people them plenty, then consider Usai Salone people them highly concentrated. Open them up. All meeting, call waiting and go call a town hall. Not say because of you SLPP you vote. No, then in a mess. No, as long as you're not Sierra Leonean, and even open them up, non-Sierra Leoneans then say free, as long as the space day. And try for appeal. And Umar will make a very good point. Say, bring tax incentives, where people then go see and say, yes, if I not profit, but my money no go loss. Then they go make a big difference, and you go see how much diasporans them go able go if the don't hear you say 1, 2, 3 people and go, you do exactly what you promise say you go do. You go see people and go in rows, like a plenty number. So again, I want to tell everybody thank you. Unfortunately, Matilda don't touch on almost everything. So unless if I will drag Mr. Jamboria, but I don't think so we'll do the program tomorrow. Because Matilda don't,
Take a break.
Yes, so tomorrow we go get a break. We're not gonna do any program for let people enjoy the New Year's Eve, and until next year, 2024. Me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say una thank you, and thank you to Matilda, thank you to Mr. Jamboya, thank you to all on behalf of VOS, all the presenters them, and una the wonderful viewers them. I want to say thank you, and let God bless una all, and let God bless the politicians them, because we no need for swear, they will swear then as Salone they swear. So above all, let God bless Mama Salone. Until then, thank you again, Matilda. Me they say onatata.
Okay, and I go to Mr. Jamboria.
I think when I don't talk about the specific programs them we myself I think believe say Now them be really stand out during 2023. And I not go on more for concentrate on the programs. I go on for look at waiting we go talk to we people them for 2024. Me na fuller man, and really fuller we get certain things them where we know they change. We get the natural ability for always try for look into the future using certain sciences. Some people they call them look grown, not to look grown. These are scientific things where people have been proved centuries ago. Things like astrology, numerology, they are all part of our existence. 2024 is going to be the year of the number 8. How we arrive at that, I'm not going to explain it now. This year, when they done so 2023, now the year of the number 5. And the year of number 8, now year of balance between the spiritual and the material world. Some things here, we they see and say, okay, but me not believe in superstition. But they are real. Look at Sierra Leone today, Matilda. What you they see now a disconnect between the spiritual Sierra Leonean and the material Sierra Leonean. Everybody is focused on the spiritual side. Sorry, the material side. If everything have to do with the spiritual, now for make you achieve the material side. So they always go for the negative sides of achievement. If only Sierra Leoneans take time out and begin say, what can we do as individuals? What can we do as a collective? How can we do it together? Then will they begin bring the balance between the spiritual and the material. But if we continue for say, this one don't cancel, hold me on. It creates imbalance between the spiritual and the material because you are focused on the material side. We don't talk now about plenty today. We all don't get the experiences then day. You go send money, say, now do this for me. You know, they get no outcome. If you call them back for accessible tap, if you not take them, it's like now insult you, they insult them. And it disconnect that between the material and spiritual side. If you have a conscience and you're working with your conscience, the material thing not a stand before the spiritual side. If I take somebody in money or I take somebody in property, I use them and not get the outcome. I will come back to the person and say, I am sorry. It did not go the way I wanted it to. But if because say that now they come on a diaspora and I get for spend 1 month, 2 months now, so I go make dilly dally when he go and misuse in resources, or when we are going to court, you go seal that for see, then give judgment when not for give. We are always creating this imbalance. This not to juju, not to magic, not to look grown. Now, part of the things they will get for begin review na Sierra Leone, we accept them. If we say we believe religion, we they pray to God. The 10 Commandments, they tell we how to create balance between the spiritual and the material. And all of them, now two, believe that there is a power that holds all of us together. I don't care whether you call him God, you call him Allah, you call him Kuruma Saba, Gewoi, etc. It no matter. The name no matter. But that power exists where they all were all together. Now the power who they call life. Then the other 9 commandments. It tells you, because the power of God in each and every one of us, We have to do unto each other as we expect done unto us. The golden rule. These are the things that create the balance between the spiritual and the material. We don't left anything in there because we don't go on the material side so much that now we all man a kapu kapu, all man turn a kata umamoi, take your own, busy. We have to move away from these things because 2024 can give us the balance that we need. We don't discuss a lot of good things today, even like this diaspora investment. It's good. But is the government ready to take the ethical leadership? Leadership is not about me sit down and me get power. It's about setting examples because example is always better than precept. If now you're not the leader, set the example, let people and build trust and confidence. Then they will come with their money. That's of creating the balance between material and spiritual begins with the leadership. The leadership should be in the position to be the example. And the example for be example worth copying, we will maintain ethical and moral standards in the society. It's not the example of almost money you don't thief for bill almost house. Almost jet plane you dey ride per month. Those are material things. Material things, nothing the way they come and go. You can get 1 billion today, lost some. But if you get trust, tomorrow morning they walk into a bank, they give you another billion, say go do business. And trust you. They don't say that money you lost. Now something make it lost, then they trust you. But if they give 1,000, then they don't say you go to a nightclub last night. Tomorrow morning we go to a bank, then they give you loan. This is the realities we have to face. I make way we begin talking about wisdom. I tell you, say, wisdom in Africa, we learn them over time out of experience. We did all the mistakes we learn from them, we get wiser. Because it's the purpose of life for make we get wiser and become more perfect beings. Wisdom in this present century, in this present age, is there for everybody to get. Now we're in the age of the information technology. Everything you want to see and hear, you can see them and hear. So it's out there for you to learn from. In fact, as a matter of fact, now you don't even need to go to university, Matilda. You can acquire any education where you want if you're ready for them. It's there. It's really open. Maybe they will not employ you because you don't have a certified process that has been completed. But you may have more knowledge than they might get the certified process. Wisdom is out there for us to collect. Are we ready to collect it? If not, what is the alternative? Are we going to continue on the blind material path? They preach hate, they preach hegemony, they preach all the things that way they destroy we. Look at Sierra Leone, a country with a very small population, a country with districts, where in each district there is the possibility for get an economically mineable mineral. In each district, you get the potential for grow a crop that is economically viable. Then we get a young population. The average age in Sierra Leone is below age 35. The median age is 19.62. And above all, we get a geographical location way advantageous for we. From Freetown, you can reach any port in the Atlantic region within 14 days by sea. From Freetown, you can reach any airport in the Atlantic region within 8 hours. You can go to Nairobi direct within 8 hours. You can go to Cape Town. You can go to Durban. You can go to, how do they call the capital of Mozambique? Maputo. You can go to Cairo. We have so much advantage. But because we not try for look at the balance between we spirit man, the way we think, with perceptions, with beliefs, with attitudes towards each other. We always look at the material. Hey, but that new iPhone, I want them. Yes, you can get it. You can get it. But do we have a structured and an organized mentality? Look at Sierra Leone. People come out, then they come out from all over Africa, all over the world. Some are not even get two trusses to reach Salone. But give 1 month, 6 months, you don't turn money man. Why then they run with businesses? Now foreigners. Because then get a structured balance. We don't have. Then we put we heart down. Eh, we all na fambul na Salone. We go offend we self. We go do everything against each other. That's what they call politics, not a politics. Don't go back to the drawing board. Lord, look at what we call politics. Let we review them and try for work together because Sierra Leone is above every political party. It's above every fraternity, sorority, secret society, etc. The place we call Sierra Leone is above all of us. I don't care which office you hold. And respect that fact, respect the rights of every other person. Be a member of your group, be a member of your tribe. I may not be a perfect speaker of Fulani, but I'm conscious that I'm a Fulani. But I've never discriminated against other people. I have friends from every other ethnic group. I know they mix panda politics where they preach tribalism or regionalism. Maybe something like that to make we not prosper and politics na Sierra Leone. But otherwise, if we can only sit together and say, let us make this place for us and for our posterity. You know, mean, so we're not going to now political party. Some of we come up from homes them where the people them now be SLPP. At some point, I decided to be APC. At this point, now all of those two parties, I put Salone ahead of them. Because Sierra Leone is greater than all of them. We have over 20 political parties in Sierra Leone. Why is it only that APC and SLPP are the no more there? But the other political parties, what thing they do? Do we even know the meaning of having a political party? The meaning of having a political party is a group of people coming together with a common outlook, vision, and ideology. So people coming together to fight each other and create wars. It's an issue of ideologies.
Right.
In some countries, each political party gets a public policy we then stand for. We stand for children. We stand for the aged. We stand for education. We stand for this. We stand for that. And some of this is reflected even in the names of the parties. Like in the United Kingdom, we talk about Labour Party, they stand for the workers' rights.
Mm-hmm.
In America, we talk about Republican and Democrat, automatically give you an idea of what you think of. Do our political parties in Sierra Leone have ideologies? Are they even political parties or clubs where people go to when it's time for election? After election, God for us, all man for himself. We get a lot for review in Sierra Leone. We get so much in that country that if we review and work together, I can assure people and I can prove it, there will not be anybody in Sierra Leone who is a poor man. Why do I say that? If we work together for Build Sierra Leone, the least family can able afford to get an income where they go over $50,000 to $60,000 per annum. Yes, I can prove that. We get the capacity, we get the potential, but we have to build certain institutions. When people learn they talk about institution, they only feel say na office, not office. Even within you as a human being, if you don't build certain institutions within yourself, we will make you get the correct ethical and moral capacity, you they get $1 billion today, tomorrow morning in London. A lot of people go poor, not because they don't know how to do business, but because they don't have the mental capacity to maintain what is being built.
Okay.
And if you get money, you not get the capacity for handle them. You have what we see in Sierra Leone. I don't want to be personal, but look at our public officials in Sierra Leone. They are not the examples for a society that should develop because they don't have the mental capacity to handle what they have coming to them. Whereas you get somebody sometimes in wage for per annum, it is in the lower range. But because he get the mental capacity for handle things, you see as if to say everything is bright and beautiful for him. This is what we have to work on in 2024. Let us continue the conversation. Let us continue the discussion. Let us talk to each other, not at each other. Don't talk to each other. If Christmas have talked something, ask and say, but what you mean if you don't understand? Let explain in your own way. Try for decipher what in you the man they say. But as the person begin talk, you tell enough, you make and so, who than are you? And we will believe say only the one the day to this party now then as Sierra Leoneans. Then you expect me for take you serious? You expect me for take me 2 and 6 go give Sekaloka invest? We need a national review of our spiritual existence. That's what the problem is in Sierra Leone. The way we think, with beliefs, with perceptions. I tell all me fumble them. Good night, and I wish let God bring all the challenges for me this year. Will go make you prosper. Why do I say let God bring all the challenges? If we not meet problem, we not they get solution. If we not find solution, problem not they done. And another thing we need to learn when I'm in last word. Wealth is not made from looting. Wealth is made from solving problems. Mark Zuckerberg solved the problem. He's a multi-billionaire. Steve Jobs solved the problem. He was very rich. Bill Gates did the same. Everybody who don't make money in this world is solve a problem. Now begin look for solutions, not how to create trouble so that we can put money in our pockets.
Okay.
Let God help we 2024. Now think differently. If we think differently, Sierra Leone go better. But if we continue how this so, well, I'll continue for talk about. Nothing not go change. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. See, a teacher, once a teacher, always a teacher. You see, where Mr. Jamboya
I will
hold the floor.
never move from being a teacher. If even I'm head of state, I'll call myself teacher head of state.
You know, he hold my attention for quite, some time there. Just, he was giving the lecture, and as students, we just all have to just sit and wait until the lecture is finished. Exactly. Okay, so many people then we don't come to the end of the show. I want for telling all boku thank you. Something we being really, really mark me in 2023 was the sudden death of late Henrietta Bauer. When mean, they do so much for Salone, been they advocate so much for Salone, an actor, entertainer, As a matter of fact, she was one of the first people that we bring encourage the entertainment industry for embrace Fatima Bio and all of that, and in tragic and sudden death. That moment I knew nothing will come out of it, and indeed nothing has come out of it. So that woman ended up for losing life for nothing. Again, our healthcare system, that was one situation where bring out with healthcare system the failures, the inadequacies, the inaptitudes of policies and what's not in our healthcare system. Another show where, I believe same touch me and touch a lot of una at the time was, the history of indigenous people in relation to the Creoles of Sierra Leone, and that was, shortly before the election, and I believe after the falling of either after or before the falling of the cotton tree. A series where I enjoyed very very much was Bio Samora ECSL versus the People. I think that was a series that I had a lot of fun with. That was a very very fun series. Listen, we don't come to the end of 2023. I tell una all boku 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 tenki. As for me, I will continue to be Matilda. I'll continue to be myself. I don't know which version of me will show up 2024 though, because I'm a Libra. And because I'm a Libra, you might get a different version. That is not something I control. It is just what I'm born with, right? So I don't know which version of me will show up, but definitely it will be I that will be showing up. I look forward to 2024. I look forward to, starting the new show. I think it is time. I'm looking at the history of Sierra Leone. I think say we will start that show day in 2024 because there's a lot for us to learn. Boku boku tin them they make we learn, and I believe say that show day promising for open we eye for make we see boku boku tin them and learn boku boku tin them, but we country and where we young picking them and even we can picking them go benefit from. As I leave, I want to ask a question. Again, I asked this question before. How do I participate in a country where they treat me as an outcast? How I go participate in a country where promise me say, this time as a diaspora, you will have your say. You will get to exercise your franchise. You will get to vote. But then at the end of the day, when the question was asked, I was looked at as though I was a filthy rag. How do I continue to build the encouragement, zeal, and fortitude to participate in a country where my money is welcome, but my voice is not welcome? How do I do that? I think these are some of the fundamental questions we should be asking. How do I participate in a country where I am seen as the antagonist? How do I do that? How do I participate in a country where I am seen as the prey? How do I do that? How do I participate in a country where I am the food for the vultures? How do I do that? So these are some of the tough questions we should be asking ourselves as we move forward, even as we enter 2023. How do we find pathways and solutions for rectify these ills? Just because I did Canada don't mean for say I am any less of a Sierra Leonean than the one within a Salone. I am as much of a Sierra Leonean just as the one within a Salone. I want to tell Boku Boku thank you to all the presenters, them on other Salone issue shows. Anybody we don't ever join me for present, I want to tell Auntie Kadi Boku thank you. We step in and cover during the time of my absence and took the show, made it our own. I want for tell Boku thank you for stepping in. I want to tell Mr. Kagbo thank you. I want to tell Med Tayo Tawale thank you, and even Mr. Jamboya. I want to tell Boku thank you tell una all Boku thank you for the tremendous contributions that you have had to the show. And listen, we don't spend a lot of time today, so therefore I would just say, may God bless we all, may God cover we all, even as we look forward to 2024. Let us enter it in good health, because without good health, there's nothing, right? So good health and long life, and then we'll move forward and hopefully get things changed for the better and for the good. Until then, hope to see you all in 2024. Onotata.
Body they and now they just they cry. When we bother the food so they swell now why? I don't know if now the chemical or waiting then they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the truth. Other food than they for it, come up be and kush. We say bring this message so you too work for you. On the
Every day we they lost it man their life because of good.